Alright, there we go. That should be everything set up. Let's try and get into the game, make sure everything's running. Looks like it. Hopefully my internet will work tonight. Guess we'll see. So I've managed to get like an entire set of the Shire gear minus the helmet and even the accessories as well. So I'm about as decked out as a level 60 character will get for the moment. So we will start off with the Paladin quests. That's what we're doing tonight. Level 50 to level 60 for both Paladin and Warrior, those quests. Is it the Gladiator? No. Should be the Chamber of Rule, I think. Is where the Paladin ones are. Yeah. Back to Genlin's. Let me make sure everything's set up right. Yeah, looks like everything's set in the right place. Yeah, one last thing. We live in troubling times, Ashran, as you well know. That is why it is more important than ever that the Sultan's sworn stand ready to serve as the sword and shield of the Sultanate. For a time, I feared that our order was doomed, but then you helped us to restore our good name. Your shining example inspired many young men and women to seek us out. Even as we speak, they train to hone their skills. A few words of encouragement from the famed free paladin himself would do much to motivate them further. Should think. Perhaps you'd consider paying them a visit at Camp Blue Frog. One more thing. Alright. I still haven't actually turned on the leaves in this area. There's a number of other quests, but they're all pretty high-ish level. They're all going to be in like 45 to 50 probably range. Pleasure to meet you, Ashran. My name is Owen. At the moment, Phyllis and I are conducting drills with the new recruits at the East Watchtower. They'll be thrilled to see you, I'm sure. Let's do... Let me see. Maybe that one. I don't know if the music's even on. Yes, it is. Wait. That looks new. Wow. A flame sergeant that's turned into a void scent, I'm guessing that's supposed to be. That's interesting. Freaking paralyzed, man. It's not like he can actually beat me, but it's just annoying that I keep getting, like, stopped. Yes! Finally picked up Mark of the Desert. For B, at least. Alright. Since we all know you're a man of few words, I thought we might forgo the speech and instead ask you to favor us with the display of swordsmanship. Laid out bait for the basilisks already. In fact, you need only wait for them to come. Well, okay then. Here, basilisks. Anyone else? Apparently not. That was very easy. Everybody just stand there applauding. Truly a rousing performance, Ashford. Thank you. It's one thing to talk about proper technique, but an altogether different thing to see it firsthand. I think it's safe to say that the recruits will long remember this day, as will I. So this one is my home point for now. Welcome, Ashrin. Would that I had some way to repay you, some knowledge or technique to bequeath to you. Humbled to admit that there is nothing I can teach you. All I can offer you is my heartfelt thanks. Pray go forth, my friend, and continue to defend the people of Ul'dah and Eorzea at large. Beg your pardons, Ashford. Papashan. We need to talk, but not here. At the dispatch yard outside the city. Actually, I can just use the Ethernet to get out to Central Thonalon, and that should get me as close as possible. Yeah, that one's probably best. Thank you for coming, Ashrin. You must be wondering why I called you here. Concerns Sulxagil, Genlin's predecessor. As you may recall, he continues to search for Oathkeeper, the sword stolen from us by the Monitorist minions. From time to time, he sends me missives, sharing with me his latest discoveries. The most recent one contained a startling claim. He wrote that he had found the sword at long last. That was some time ago, and he has not contacted me since. I'm not troubled Genlins with this news, not until I learn what has become of Sulxagil, at the very least. Will you help me find him? Knew I could count on you. For now, all I know is that his last missive came to me by way of Ishgard. Once I learn more, we can begin the search in earnest. Paladin who cried wolf. Just the man I was hoping to see. Now know from where Solxagil sent his last missive to me. Falcon's Nest, a hamlet in the Kurthis Western Highlands. If it's there, I'd have you begin your search. Reclaiming Oathkeeper would do much to restore the honor of the Sultansworn. But we must not get ahead of ourselves. First we must find our missing man. I kind of like the little iron giant dude, but let's see if I've got something that fits a little more. That's not bad. That's even better. What should I use for the warrior? I could actually take Orshifant with me as a paladin. I only have one that I can think of as being great for a warrior. I'll probably just go with the little iron dwarf thing when I do warrior quests. But for now. Solxagil, never heard of him. Was he one of the new craftsmen working with 100 Eyes? Sorry, we see an awful lot of new faces around here. Most don't leave an impression, other than the heretics and bandits, that is. Rogadin Paladin. Well, I do recall a traveler who spent several days here at least. They up here or further down? Up here. There was a pitched battle the other night, out in the wastes. Involved a rather large man and a party of his fellow heretics, to hear the scouts tell it. Naturally, we chose not to intervene. If they wish to kill each other, by all means. Heard you was asking after a Rogadin. In a fashion that might give a man cause to worry. I know Solxagil. New, I should say. Older fellow, spent some time chatting with the young blood. He came through like the rest of us before him, looking for the same thing we all do. Bandits ambushed him in the night out in the wastes. Buried him with my own 2 hands the next day, out near Camp River's meet. Constant took it especially hard, close as he was to him. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. Solxagil getting taken out by a couple of random heretics? I doubt it. Constant, get up. Alana's blessings be upon you, sir. I say, that was a rather frightful experience. Were you a friend of Soxagil's too? Oh, good. That is to say, my condolences. Knew there had to be others who would want to know. It was the work of Death's Embrace, I'd wager. Those fiends you slew just now were sent by them as well. Kinsmen think them another band of sellswords or heretics. Only they knew what they were truly capable of. I can only hope that they'll heed my warnings this time. If you'd excuse me. Ashran, this is Papa Shan. Have you found Soxagil? God's almighty. Slain by Death's Embrace? I heard some of those bastards were still skulking about, but I never thought they would try to... Wait, could it be that they were the ones who held Oathkeeper? And that they killed Soxagil when he tried to take it back? Damn it all. Still no answers. Though there is still the boy. Get after him. Find out what he knows. Yeah, there's definitely something else going on here. I don't buy that Soxagil gets killed off screen by some random, even Death's Embrace guys, who would probably be the most fitting ones to fight and kill him. I still don't buy it happens off screen. Pleasure to see you again, sir. Is there something you wish to discuss? So you're that free paladin Soxagil told me about. It's an honor to meet you at last. That is, for the second time. My name is Constant. Truly honored, sir. Truly, truly honored. Sorry if I'm a bit out of sorts, it's just... I've been thinking about him a lot. About the day we first met, when he saved me. How his sword gleamed as he danced among the wolves. I begged him to teach me the ways of the paladin, so I could save others like he had saved me. Must have turned me down a dozen times before he finally relented. Probably because he caught me asking around about Oathkeeper. I suppose he didn't think I was strong enough to help him reclaim the sword. Why else would he sneak off to challenge Death's Embrace while I was away? I should have been there. Decided I'm going to take it back. Oathkeeper, I mean. He said I wasn't ready to wield this soul. But what choice do I have now that he's gone? You want to find it too, don't you? Then help me, please. You will. Alone be praised. You won't regret this. Soxagil could see us now. Two paladins united in purpose. Well, I suppose it's rather premature for me to claim the title, isn't it? One veteran paladin and one aspiring paladin, then. United in purpose, we shall recover Oathkeeper and bring Soxagil's murderers to justice. As soon as I uncover new information, that is. Oh, Goring Blade. I have tidings. Hidden amongst Sulxagil's belongings was a journal, the final entry of which contains what appears to be a map of the Gorgain holding. He marked a spot near the river, though he did not write why. Yet considering how devoted he was to recovering Oathkeeper, surely it has some relation. I say we sally forth and investigate. We may encounter wild beasts or worse, of course, but we are well equipped to face them. Well, that is to say, you are. Oh. Well, hello there. Yeah, gonna have to go up top and somehow come down, I think. Not there, though. Must be down here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Nope, nope. Not that way. Come on. Up, not down. Oh my god. Seriously? This sucks. Are you kidding me, game? Are you kidding me? I'm pushing to the... I'm going left and it slides me right off the cliff. Stupid design that is. There. Not very well designed, that, but got it done eventually. Impressive, eh? Took some doing, but I managed to resize Sulxagil's Solarets. This is weird. Like, he has his armor, he has his journal. It really does seem like Sulxagil's dead, but I just don't buy it. Off screen? Seriously? No, I don't buy that for a second. They should afford me excellent protection against thigh-high threats. Anyway, let's see where this map leads. Somewhere over yonder, perhaps. Catches your eye, and on closer inspection you find a gallant coronet buried beneath the snow. Huh. I don't know, dude. Pieces of his armor and some blood? I think he's injured, but not dead. Yeah, I think Sulxagil might be injured, but I don't think he's dead. I think everyone's just making assumptions. Or was it further to the... Oh, Ashred, you find anything? Sulxagil's coronet? Then he did come here. There's a trail of blood as well, you said. Let's follow it and see where it leads. I should probably announce that one. It is a rank A. I don't think I'm going to go hunt it, but someone might want to. Here we go. Seems to lead towards Dusk Vigil. These enemies might... Yeah, these enemies most likely will attack me. Only 9 levels ahead. I think it's taking us westward. And he's under attack again. Of course, they're all casters. Oh, not all, I guess. But of course there were multiple casters to give you just enough distance that you can't actually do AoE attacks on them. Oh well, at least they're all super weak compared to me. I can just kill them all quick. Maybe next time you won't charge off ahead on your own, buddy. Of course. Death's Embrace. They must have made camp here and Solxagil learned of it. Wait, was that movement just now? To the west. We cannot let them escape. It's a long distance. Oh. Well, hello there, target. What do we need? 2 more. There's one. And there's a third. Here's one. And there's a 3. End of the road. Why is this group being led by a Rogadin with a mascot? They don't seem to be carrying Oathkeeper. If nothing else, we could at least bring them to justice for their countless other crimes and ensure that they harm no more innocents. 2 arms. Oh, he put on the coronet? He had to resize the solar hits. He didn't have to resize the piece that was fit for a giant Rogadin's head. For justice, for Solxagil. I thought the coronet would help, but that speech still felt rather uninspired. Uh-huh. Wow, this person seems to have be much stronger than the others. Uh-oh. Summoning grimoires. I'll focus on the mage, you take care of the void. Yeah, no, I'll take care of the grimoire first, thanks. Maybe I should just focus on the controller. Unfortunately, they seem to be targeting him, which will most likely get him killed, but I think running off to try and fight the grimoires beforehand will just give him enough time to kill him too. Just focus on killing this mage fast. Burn down the mage and don't worry about the rest. There. Wasting my time trying to go out and get each of the grimoires and each of the void scent would just give more time for them to kill Constant. Did we win? I mean, by the Fury, we won. A villainous scum will prey on the weak no longer. Pity they didn't have Oathkeeper. Well, on a day's work for a pair of paladins, eh? Back to Falcon's Nest for a well-earned rest. Oh, there's one more chunk of the map I need to open up right here. Well, okay then. Should be it. Yep, that's it for that section. The wheels of justice are slow to turn, as we know all too well. Even Sir Emmerich, who they say cares deeply for the welfare of every Ishgardian, even he is bound by bureaucracy. It all comes back to the war in the end. If it's not the heretics or dragons, well, you know how it is. And the Forlands, well, if you head that far west without enough hired help, no one to blame but yourself for what happens. So when my mother's caravan was raided on the road to Tailfeather, I was resigned to never knowing who to blame. Till Solxagil told me about Death's Embrace, and I realized they were the ones responsible for that and many other attacks. How do you know? They chose their targets with care, preying on those who wouldn't be missed, save by their equally powerless friends and family. Everyone deserves a champion. Even the least among us are worth a saving. I don't know if the remaining members of Death's Embrace have Oathkeeper. Even if they don't, it's our duty as paladins to stop them. That's what Solxagil would say were he here, right? Constance's courage resonates with the souls of paladins. So now I actually have Goring Blade, that's good. What am I still missing anyway? Divine Veil, I don't even have that. HP recover via healing magic. 1 HP recovery via healing magic cast by self or a party member. Protective barriers cast on all party members within a radius of 15. Prevents damage up to 10%. Okay. But this is only of any use if someone actually casts a healing spell on me, because currently where I am as a paladin, I don't have any healing spells yet. Whatever. Maybe I'll get one next. Curious tidings, Asheron. Not long ago I received word from an acquaintance of mine, Grimold, who claims to have in his possession a missive written by Solxigil and addressed to me. He insisted that I come collect it from him in person in Tailfeather. And since we haven't any leads in our search for Oathkeeper, I see no reason to deny him. Let us be off then. Hey, buddy. I appreciate you coming all this way, Constant. I know it must seem a little odd. Frankly, it's been strange from the start. Who sends a missive with provisions when we've got Moogles running about who can do it far faster? Not to mention the fact that bandits have been raiding caravans to Tailfeather for weeks. If it weren't for them moving on, this latest shipment would have likely never arrived. Any road. From what I can tell, it was languishing in someone's storeroom for a while. Better late than never, though, eh? It was your friend's wish that you come all this way. Read it for yourself and you'll see. Left you a gift near the 100 Throws. Take it and become the man you are destined to be. Curious fellow, this Solxigil. Any road, if I were you, I'd head north and find whatever it is before someone else does. Thanks, friend. I shall do just that. Let's head towards the Throws and see what we find. Oop. Should be around here somewhere. Mysterious box, huh? Is that a soul you found? By the Fury, it is. And look, a pair of Gallic cuisse. But why? Why do I feel like I'm being led by the nose? First the journal, now this missive. So much I want to ask. So much I should have asked when he was still alive. What is... why not? I'm here. I'll take his attention off the white mage. What is the combo benefit of this? It's a dot, okay. So's that. There we go. What the heck? Fate just started there. Another fate just started like right on top of us. Honestly, that's pretty much how it goes with fates. I just end up flying by, and if I get too close to one and notice some other player is involved in it, then I'll usually stop by and hop down and help them. Ooh. Really? Up here? Should I bother? Level 60. But he is rank B. I can probably take him on alone. Probably. Yeah, I'm able to handle this one very well. There we go. Alley-oop. Oof. It's a good thing it's not still considered in the middle of battle, or I would have died from that. I figured I'd be okay, though. To be honest, I never really understood why you accepted me as your pupil. What made you change your mind? What did you see in me? What would you have me do now that you're gone? So it's true then. Papa Shan could not conceal the truth from me forever. He told me of Solxagil's claims and your search. Could not believe it. Would not believe it. And now... Yep, my paladin soul. Oh! Interesting. isn't lit up. Are they? Yep, they are. So I do know somewhat of like the storyline of the Paladin quests. What sorcery is this? Mm-hmm. He was watching you, boy. You and the soul you bear. Could he have been a minion of Death's Embrace, spying on Solxagil's pupil? Perhaps they hoped Solxagil's quest would end with his death, that none would attempt to reclaim Oathkeeper in his stead. They thought us broken when our brothers betrayed us. They robbed us of the sword and delivered it into their keeping. But we did not give in to despair, nor will we do so now. Oathkeeper will be ours again, I swear it. I must return to Old Daw for now. The way our souls resonated was unlike anything I have ever seen before. I would know what it portends. Pray, continue to look after the boy. What do you want from me? Not sure what part of that quest made sense that they gave me Divine Veil. Was that a power that I, like, took from Genlin's soul? Is that what that's supposed to be? Like, is Divine Veil supposed to represent, like, Genlin's nature as a paladin or something? And so I took that? Anyway, this is a... Actually, it's kind of more of a healing ability, but it's not. It's not as simple as, like, being a buff or being a healing ability. It's kind of in between the two. It only really functions as a good healing ability if you then use a healing spell on top of it, because it creates a shield. That's more of a buff. I'll put it there. I've got to be picking up healing spells pretty soon if they gave me this. It'd be really dumb of them to give me something like Divine Veil and then make me wait 20 more levels before where I have to rely on healers to do it, maybe. So, yep, healing spell. Makes perfect sense. To sell 50% of HP restored to target if target is a party member. Only if they're a party member, though. Well, okay then. Well, then it's basically just best to use it on myself most of the time. I mean, it's like, if they're a party member. Dude, if I'm in a party, we should have at least one healer, so I don't need to be using this on other people. I don't think so. Beginning to think I've been going about this the wrong way, Ashran. I've been trying to determine the whereabouts of Oathkeeper by retracing Solxagil's steps. But honestly, how he came to pursue and die at the hands of Death's Embrace isn't nearly as important as the simple fact that he did. Death's Embrace has the sword. It's the only logical conclusion. So if we find them, we find Oathkeeper. Even if I'm mistaken, we'd be doing the world a favor by bringing them to justice. I wouldn't presume to speak for Solxagil, but I'd like to think that he'd agree, don't you? Well, I suppose if we're going to find them, we'd best start asking around. Though there is one thing which still troubles me. I think we need to speak to Hundred Eyes. Jeez. Hello, Constant. Moment of your time, if it please. Are you Constant? Sure. It's about Solxigil. You never told me, but how exactly did he die? You want me to paint you a bloody picture? He was murdered. I found him, and I buried him. That's all you need to know. It's just that the other day I could have sworn that Forgive me, I don't know what I was thinking. Don't let me keep you from your labors. Yeah, it's totally faked. Wonder if 100 Eyes is a friend of Solxigil's or something, so they're completely faking his death. Let's resume our hunt for Death's Embrace. Huh? Oh, are they spawning for Fate? Yeah. Oh. Back up. Death's Embrace? Those bandits who used to raid caravans bound for Tailfeather? No one's seen neither hide nor hair of them recently. Why do you ask? Old Dons, eh? Maybe they ran back to warmer climes. Never understood Southrons myself. Queer folk, prone to inexplicable and irrational behavior. Like those buffoons who attempted to seize the protector of all things. Apparently, they snuck aboard some of the airships ferrying supplies to Camp Cloudtop. Of course, the knights drove them off. Last I heard, they had fled into the wilds, screaming Thal's balls at this and Swyven Horsons that. You thinking what I'm thinking? Admittedly, we've no reason to believe these men are the ones we seek. We've been blessed with serendipity before. There's no harm in investigating, at least. Oh, Camp Cloudtop. Well, Dons who tried to seize the Protector. I remember them. Baffling, really. Signed their own death warrants with their ill-conceived attack. You can be sure that House Hyena won't allow them to leave these isles alive. Death's Embrace, eh? I suppose it's possible they're the bandits you seek. You're welcome to help us hunt them down if you like. The boy too, yes? He can join my unit. Given your reputation, I think you're better suited to the van. I won't let you down. We gather at Rose House. Come, let us delay no further. I'll see you there. You kind of love how everybody's like, oh, there's no reason to put the Warrior of Light in a unit. Why don't you just take up the Vanguard and just destroy everything in our path? May as well make the best use of what you've got. Good God, the green here is so freaking vibrant and saturated with my shaders. Glad to have you with us, Messeleth. Would that we could speak at length, but the Old Dons are aware of our plans and have already fled to the east. Remember that these are desperate, dangerous men. Advance with caution and wait for reinforcements if necessary. With me. I didn't bother to, check Constance's character model to see if he equipped the cuisses that we found. Or whatever. I'm pretty sure those are just pants, right? And given that the leggings go so high, like all the way up to his thighs, I probably wouldn't even be able to notice all that well if he did. It's amazing that they're already like beaten down with just a couple of enemies. I'm surprised they're beaten down at all. They asked me to take up the vanguard, so why are any of them advancing that much further than me? Shouldn't I be up front killing everything? Let me see. Yeah, can't really tell if he's wearing them with that long shirt and those big like thigh leggings or whatever, right? He probably is, though. Well fought, Master Leth. The leader was surely the toughest of the lot. Lady Laniat will be pleased to learn of our success. I shall inform her at once. What have you got there? Gallant gauntlets now. Solxagil's totally alive, and he's like slowly leaving pieces of his gear for the kid, I think. Gallant gauntlets? Why would a member of Death's Embrace be carrying these? No way he could have possibly planned this. It's too elaborate. Nay, impossible. What other explanation could there be? We should return to Falcon's Nest. Before we cornered the leader, we came across their camp. It was plain to see that they had fallen on hard times, hence why they resorted to common banditry to survive. It's strange when you think about it. I mean, if they had Oathkeeper, why not simply sell it? Surely someone would have been willing to pay for it. Beginning to wonder if Solxagil succeeded in reclaiming the sword, or if Death's Embrace ever had it at all. By the Fury, what to make of these pieces of armor? Just as I suspected, it fits perfectly. Whatever remnants of Death's Embrace there may be will stay in hiding for some time, I should think. Should they dare to reveal themselves, we will finish what we started, as Solxagil intended. There we go. Now I have a healing spell. Oh, does it not? It looks like it doesn't. Healing magic cast by self or a party member. Okay, so it should. Then why didn't it? HP recovery. Oh, maybe I actually have to recover HP. Casting a healing spell on myself at full health probably doesn't work. I actually have to recover some HP to do it. Probably. I'll try it next time I fall off a cliff or something. Oh, level 60 already. Royal Authority, Rage of Halone Mastery. Oh, turns Rage of Halone into Royal Authority. Makes sense. Wait a second. Oh, it doesn't. I thought Rage of Halone restored your HP. Was that a change that they did recently when they did all the class changes and rebalancing and stuff? Did they take away a lot of the HP restore, like, combo effects that Paladins had? Maybe. And then one that restores MP now? I don't know the Paladin. Actually, I think they did. I think it was normal, then MP, then HP. Huh. Maybe they did change some of them. Who knows? I was gonna say, Royal Authority looks like a downgrade because it doesn't restore HP anymore, but Rage of Halone doesn't seem to restore HP anymore if it did. I can't remember with absolute certainty if it used to. I think it did. Or maybe that's just the warrior that has the combos that restore HP. Terrible news. 100 Eyes has been gravely wounded. There were wolves, and he fought them off as best as he could. By the time the sentries came to his aid, I went to see him earlier, but he turned me away and bid me fetch you. For the life of me, I cannot imagine why. Yeah, maybe it was the Warriors 1-2-3 combo that restored HP. House Durandare Leech. I will do what I can to ease his suffering. Wolves, swiving wolves. Reckon I've earned it. So, time to settle one last account. Go to Solxagil's grave. Dig it up. Take what you find and give it to the boy. Won't make up for what I did to my sworn brothers, but perhaps it'll go a ways towards dressing the balance. Of course, what we've done to the boy ain't hardly defensible, no matter what he says. Yep. Figured. Something else is going on with Solxagil and 100 Eyes here. Now then, let me test this. No enemies down there, right? Yeah, no enemies. Okay. Alley-oop! No, doesn't look like I gave myself a shield. Doesn't look like it gave me a shield. Effect ends upon casting barrier on self and nearby party members. Defense damage, 30 seconds upon HP recovery via healing magic cast by self or party member. A barrier doesn't say anything about having to be in battle. I don't know what's going on with this. I guess I'll just try it in battle then next time. Maybe it forces you to only use it in battle. They really should put that on the ability then. Is it the last piece of the armor? Maybe even Oathkeeper? No, I doubt it's Oathkeeper. Probably the last piece of armor. Several foams beneath the cold, hard earth, you find not a coffin, but a small chest containing a gallant surcoat. Yep. What have you done? But how could this be? Why would 100 Eyes lie to us? Bastard! I will have answers from him. From them both. Come, we're going back to Falcon's Nest. Is he even still alive? We're too late. Yep. Enlins and I had grown worried. And it has come to this. Sorry. There was nothing more to be done. God damn it all. We must have words, Constant. I go to Lancegate. Look for me there. What was it all for? It was all for training, pretty much. No, he's not. He's not engaged in a fate. He's just fighting normal enemies. That's fine. He should be able to handle them just fine. This is a very convoluted plan they're going through just to like train this kid and prepare him for the I don't even know what to call it, competition, I guess. Whatever they'd call it. Even I don't understand exactly why they're going this far. My comrade wishes to explain himself. Why the lies, Solxagil? Was this all just some game to you? I have my reasons, as you will soon learn. That's a rather odd way of apologizing, Solxagil. I suggest you try again. Sorry for deceiving you, Constant. Faking your death? Constructing an elaborate scenario for me to find your armor? Yeah, I'm as astonished as I am offended. How could you have possibly orchestrated everything so perfectly? Doesn't matter how I did it. What matters is why I did it. Oathkeeper is but a sword, Constant. True oaths are not forged in steel, they're sworn in the heart. To merely reclaim the sword will not suffice. It must be won by a worthy paladin. Only then will it and our order be restored to its former glory. I don't understand. Why not simply teach me the ways as you said you would? A sultan may move a man. A master may instruct his pupil. But only when that pupil moves himself can he become a paladin. That is a very convoluted reason for this, dude. That said, I didn't account for Ash's intervention. Master Papashan, as we discussed. Very well. Yeah. Of course, Papashan, who's not even a paladin, right? It'd be willing to give up its light to Constance, because Papashan isn't even a paladin, so who cares? But me, on the other hand... Alright. There's no way it'll try and dominate mine. There's no way it'll succeed, at least. Souls we paladins wield are embodiments of our will. Keeping to our oaths, they grow stronger, more dominant. In the presence of a particularly pure soul, others may be compelled to yield. Right? So basically, the Paladin storyline is like a slightly less gruesome version of the Highlander storyline. All of the Paladins have to pretty much challenge each other's souls, and then the most dominant one of all of them will pretty much claim all the other powers. When two souls cannot reconcile, when one cannot establish dominance, it can spell disaster. Are you seriously trying to claim to me that Constance Paladin's soul was actually strong enough to try and challenge me for dominance? I get that a lot of this storyline is trying to make him a real paladin, but I don't buy for a second he's become that good of one that he could try and challenge the Warrior of Light's paladin soul for dominance. Seems awfully inconvenient. Oh, you have no idea. As the discordance between two souls grows, the ether builds and the souls grow unstable. Their souls looked as though they were fit to burst with ether. Wait, you don't mean to say that their souls will be destroyed, do you? The fury, how do we stop it? You fight. Your souls demand it. You two cannot coexist as you are. One must rise above. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It really does sound like something that should be a part of a different questline than Paladins, right? We all have to fight each other for dominance. Sounds like something that might be part of like the Warrior questline or something. We're Paladins, defenders of the weak and needy. What madness is this that we must face each other in battle? There's truly no other way. Not renounce my oaths. I will become a paladin I was destined to be. And if that means we must fight, then so be it. I'm good with that. Oh, wait. He has Cortana as well? And I assume if he has Cortana, then he's probably got the Holy Shield. Technically, I'm not actually using Cortana Zenith, which is the one that I have equipped, quote-unquote, right now. It's actually just glamored over the sword that I actually have. But unlike you, Constant, I have the glowy one. Oh, dude, you stand no chance. Did he just use his... Yep. He just used his invuln. Doesn't matter. But while I'm here, maybe I'll try this and see if it works in battle. Still not seeing any shield from it. Oh well. Doesn't matter. I'll figure it out at some point, I guess. Am I truly so weak? Dude, you just started becoming a paladin. Like, you're about you're about at the like level 45 or 50-ish part of the story. You were not gonna beat me. No, Constant. Nothing could be further from the truth. You fought with honor and purpose. Do not be ashamed. Solxagil. Impressive. Truly impressive. Intrigue and deception that would put Lord Lorito to shame. Tell them the truth, Solxagil. The whole truth. Figured it out, have you? You still have the soul I left for you at the 100 Throws. What? Yes, here. Soul once belonged to the first captain of the Sultan Sworn, the first paladin who wielded Oathkeeper. Once it shone with a resplendent light, as did Oathkeeper, but now both have lost their luster. Yeah, Oathkeeper just seems like a basic sword now. I have the sword. And everything I have done that I have made you all do has been for the sole purpose of making it shine once more. Of course it's so simple. Wait, no it's not. It's needlessly complicated. What of your soul, the one you gave to Ashran when first you met? I yet have it, Sulks. Oh. Oh no, that's Genlin's talking. I yet have it, Solxagil. Take it and restore Oathkeeper's light with your own. Once a man has left the Sultan Sworn, he cannot return. My soul will no longer suffice. All I can do is show another the way, and ask that he do the same for his brothers and sisters. But he does not yet stand above all others. Yep, not until he has bested me. Draw your sword, Ash. The time has come. Oh, I'm good with that. Let's go. This should be fun. Can't do anything to break him out of this. But I did manage to beat him down. Strength to overcome this, huh? Yes, I do have the strength to overcome that. Not yet, Ash. We're not finished yet. Yes! Oh my god! I think I broke the flow of that. I'm pretty sure I broke the flow of that. They expected him to get Unbreakable off before I brought him down to 0 health, but I brought him down to 0 health just as he was finishing the cast, so for some reason he actually got to cast Unbreakable because he was right at the edge of it when I killed him or whatever, but he was still already basically dead underneath that. At long last. A paladin who can make it shine again. I'm taking both of your power. Okay then. Behold, Oathkeeper, bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultan Sworn, stolen under my watch by the minions of the monetarists. For years I sought to reclaim it, redeem myself for my failure. Paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. Paladin shall be the sword and shield of the Sultanate. Paladin defends the people of the realm. 30 years I aspired to those ideals. 30 years I tried to live up to the example set by our founder. So revered that his very soul crystal would be set in Oathkeeper's pommel. For those legendary captains of Eld, the sword would shimmer with such brilliance that night would be as day. Yet for the 30 years I wore it, it shined for me but once. That was before it was taken from me, before I forswore my oath so I could reclaim it. Through all your trials and tribulations, you have remained true to yourself and to Eorzea. Continue to be an inspiration to us all. Come, take up Oathkeeper, raise it aloft, and let it shine forth as a beacon unto all. Will it actually? I mean, there are other paladins out there that I haven't challenged yet, aren't there? Oh, guess it will. Yep. You were always my first choice, Ash. Constant was incentive, motivation. But in the end, he proved himself to be so much more. You're a right bastard, you know that? Doing all this just to make a bloody sword shine. Praise Alone that I found a proper mentor in Asherin. I may not be the chosen one, but I'm still a free paladin. That is the path I have chosen for myself, and on it I will stay. Well said. Not due for you to be so easily discouraged. Genlins, I leave matters here in your capable hands. It's like, we got Oathkeeper and we realize I'm the one who should wield it, but really it's a symbol, right? Oathkeeper's more of a symbol for the paladin, so best to give it back to the Sultan Sworn since I'm a free paladin anyway. Maybe I'll wield it someday. Oathkeeper may not shine for me as it did for you, but perhaps in time it will. Even should it not, I will not lose heart, for a paladin's virtue is not in the radiance of his blade and the righteousness of his actions. By what we decide to do every day, we'll be good men or not. Silksagil, Oathkeeper is returned to the Sultan's Sword. Will you not return to us as well? As a friend and ally, perhaps, but not as a brother. Some bonds once broken cannot be mended. I thank you, Ash, for all you have done. How strange that we must turn to a free paladin rather than one of our own to show us the way. I suppose it is not the first time, is it? What the? Oh, crud. Maintenance will be performed on all worlds from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. I may not get to the warrior. I may, actually. 8 p.m.'s not for another couple of hours. I can do warrior in that time. Alright. So that's it then. You're leaving. Ulda beckons. And besides, I've nothing left to teach you. I wish you well on your journey, and pray that you find happiness there. I'm coming back, you know. There's an awful lot of work to be done in Falcon's Nest, and I did make a promise to 100 Eyes. Oh, well then I shall see you when you return. We should head back too. Yeah, not flying all the way back from way out here at basically the other end of the map. Oh yeah, that's my katana, which I should stick back in there. So I've got Guybulg's up to Atma, and then I've got the katana and the holy shield. I've also got the... Is it Artemis, they call it? The bow for the archer, but I've been using that to farm Atma. So that one's actually in my armory chest, because you actually have to equip it when you go to farm Atma. Still not quite sure what it was all for, but it seems to have ended well enough. Suppose you ought to get back to your grand adventures, and me to my paladining, or whatever it is you call it. Right then, it's been a pleasure. Oh, but I warn you, the next time we cross blades, I mean to win. Fare thee well. Upgrade. One of my skills. And then a new set of armor, which I assume is similar to the stuff Solxagil was wearing. Like a knight in shining armor, huh? Oathkeeper. Totally makes sense. And so now, Royal Authority. This piece is actually better. The rest is not. Yeah, it's the wings, which I think I'd actually want to keep those. Like, for glam later on. For now... Yep. It's a pretty interesting design. It's still a little big and a little clunky, which I don't really love, which a lot of tank armor generally is, but it's a lot thinner than some of the other ones, actually. It's not terrible. But... it's not as good as the gear that I actually have access to. Like I said, I don't actually have a better piece for this. I'll go ahead and throw those in my glamour dresser, though. Now... same exact armor, but... much bigger weapon. Oh. There we go. Oh. For some reason I have the conservators? Oops. Yeah, I need the custodians gear. There we go. Okay, what do I have? I have about hour 45 before maintenance starts. Took me about an hour and a half to do the paladin quest. Yeah, I can get these done before maintenance starts. I don't want to start them and then have to stop like partway through, but I should be able to get these done before maintenance starts. It generally takes a little over an hour to finish a set of these quests. Oh yeah, I need to change out that. And the Rose Lantern. I would have gone with a Freets mount, but I actually still don't have a Freets mount. I forgot about that. The Rose Lantern will make do, though. That'll fit really well, actually. Although, if what I've heard of the Warriors quest line is going to start in this section of the quest, then maybe all this really cool looking gear wouldn't fit. I heard it turns into this like really goofy and stupid like love story nonsense, and you lose all the really like weird, dark, violent warrior stuff. Ashran, I scarce recognize you. Flames of battle have tempered you like fine steel. Since last we spoke, I resolved to start upon the path of the warrior anew. I swore that I would not succumb to the beast within again, as I did when I faced my brother in Wineport. Speaking of which, Broken Mountain has regained much of his strength, though when I speak to him of taking up the axe once more, he changes the subject and returns to his studies of Arcanima and other scholarly pursuits. Nevertheless, his desire to spread the teachings of our ancestors to every corner of Eorzea remains unchanged. You couldn't have come at a better time. Just received a letter from Broken Mountain stating that he's uncovered information regarding ancient martial techniques. If you're interested, and I'm sure you are, why not accompany me to Camp Bronze Lake so that we might hear what he has to say together? Oh yeah, I should be making sure all of my stuff's in the right place here too. Heavy, Maim, Stormpath, Overpowered, Mithril Tempest. This comes off of Maim, so I'll put it there. My 2 Beast Gauge attacks, my healing abilities, healing-ish. Oh, I don't actually have access to Equilibrium. I must get it in one of these quests. Ranged attack, my buffs, my tank stuff. That goes there. That damage taken by 30 and delivers an attack. Okay, that's right. Reduces damage taken by 10, restores HP with each weapon skill successfully delivered. That's interesting. I don't think I actually have raw intuition right now, though. I must pick it up in one of these quests. Okay. Where is he? Oh, is he inside the building? I didn't even realize this one had an inside. So many of them don't. Okay, there he is. Well, do I remember you, Ashran? Sole warrior to tame his inner beast. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not been there to save us from ourselves. You know the precipitous nature of the forces we wield, as well as the consequences of losing control for even a moment. The beast does not scruple to discriminate between friend or foe, and if given free rein, will lash out at both. I've pored over countless tomes in search of knowledge, how to tame the beast within, as you did. My efforts have thus far proven fruitless. All I have found are ridiculous tales of techniques that, if the author could be believed, would make Rhalgr himself cower in fear. Elders often told the tales of legendary warriors to inspire the youths. Are you sure there's no truth in yours? Quite. There are descriptions of the techniques used by the hero Mithril Heart, but the details are difficult to swallow. No warrior, alive or dead, can rip off a behemoth's arm with his bare hands. Tales are filled with similar outrageous accounts, brother. It would be a waste of time to investigate their veracity when we know so little of how to tame the inner beast. Besides, you know as well as I that Mithril Heart is not more than a fairy tale hero. What if I could prove that Mithril Heart was flesh and blood? Would you be willing to continue your studies then? Never did he stray from the path of the warrior, even as the years took their toll. Axe in hand to Silvertear Falls he would go, never to return. Which means that if he truly lived, then there may be something there which proves it. Keep your axe sheath, Gorge. Hey, Westcott. Well met, Ash. My thanks for assuring that my old friend here lived to learn from his mistakes, although it seems the lesson didn't stick for long. Westcott here has been kind enough to keep my brother busy with work and assist me during my recovery. Anything to keep a former comrade out of trouble. As for these stories, far-fetched as they may seem, I wouldn't be so quick to dismiss them, lest we forget Ash has more than a few legendary accomplishments to his name. Well, if by chance he found proof of Mithril Heart's existence, I would reconsider, but leave my brother out of it. I may not be ready to accompany you, but I could give you advice on where to start. Seek out the Sons of St. Koinik. I'm certain they know something of Mithril Heart's final journey. Later, guys. Check something really quick. I'm gonna bring up the break screen. I'm not actually taking a break, I'm just checking on something really quickly. Oh. Okay. Oh, hello. Hello, hello. See if anyone else is interested, since it is a rank A. And you know what? Just to make it super simple on myself, I'm going to swap out to one of my highest level classes. so I could just completely decimate it. Doesn't sound like anyone else is interested. No responses to my shout, and no one's shown up yet, but it's only been a few seconds. But this is a rank A. If it was a rank S, I would like shout and look in Party Finder and all that, but for a rank A, it doesn't really matter all that much. Oh, yeah, guess someone was interested. There we go. "30 tomestones of poetics?" Huh. Alright then. Magic vulnerability. Doesn't matter. It's always good to find people who are actually interested when you announce those hunts in chat. Okay, where... Scholars... Oh, Scholars of St. Koinik. Question all of them, basically. Well, when the waters of Silver Tier Falls receded 15 years ago, they revealed a treasure trove of artifacts spanning eras, many of which have yet to be recovered. I don't know if any of those artifacts have any relation to this mithril heart, but it might serve you well to begin your search in those previously submerged areas. Relics belonging to an ancient Heavensward warrior. While we're up to our necks in Allegan artifacts, I cannot say that I've come across any that could be what you seek. What's next? That's the leaves. I assume it's not... Yeah, I was gonna say, there's no way that person has... Who else has a blue quest marker? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? Come on, where are you? What am I missing here? Am I blind? Or is it hidden underneath? Ah, dang it. No? Not hidden underneath there. There it is. Hi, Clinthara. We focus our research on artifacts from the Allegan Empire. As such, there may be more recent discoveries which were ignored by a single-minded researcher. Cursory search, nothing of interest. Nothing. Nothing. What did I actually just pick up there? Mithril Heart's Battle Axe. That makes sense. Well, have you uncovered any proof of Mithril Heart's existence? How about his battle axe? This axe. The engraving and the curvature of the blade are exactly as described. To think of the beasts who tasted this steel. Surely this proves that Mithril Heart is more than a mere campfire story. With a steel heart and his legendary techniques, we'll have the strength to slay even the strongest of beasts by the dozen. Mithril Heart's feats are indeed possible, and the knowledge of how he performed them would prove invaluable in restoring the warrior's reputation. You could show the people of Eorzea the true potential of the warrior. Surely no small number of them would feel compelled to take up the axe. Indeed, it could prove a great boon to our cause. Very well. I'll return to my tomes and scour them for any passages relating to Mithril Heart. Mind you, ancient techniques may rouse the inner beast like none other. Of that I have no doubt, which is why you must not take your training lightly. When I uncover more information, you must needs be ready. Duty and the Beast. Oh god. Duty and the Beast. I can tell you have not neglected your training. It is good. I've continued my research into the tales of Mithril Heart and his legendary feats. I believe I've come across a passage which may guide your next step. Before I share my findings with you, however, there is another matter of pressing importance that must be resolved before we continue. A ferocious beast has been sighted near the Weeping Saint in the Kurtha Central Highlands. I would have you, me, and my brother go and slay it, as it poses a threat to any who venture nearby. I realize that this may seem like a trivial matter, but I assure you that it is of the utmost importance. You know what? I like Ravana's music, and it'll actually fit pretty well for considering I'm playing as a warrior right now. I usually like to keep the environmental audio, at least when I'm streaming, right? And use like mount music and stuff when I'm playing on my own. But this actually fits for my warrior quite well. So I think the 12 of you made it. The beast caught us unawares. My brother leapt to my defense and slew it, but in that moment, lost himself to the beast again. Yeah. He was overcome by his inner beast as before in Wineport. I knew it was folly to bring him here. Beg you, stop him before he hurts himself. Did he home gang? I can see the chain. Yeah, I walked into that one too quickly. He's actually doing pretty good against me. Better than I expected him to. There we go. Collections of past battles rouses your inner. The gods, you're awake. When your final blow landed, you and my brother both collapsed. What happened? Do you remember anything? I don't know what just happened. Your inner beast lashed out as if trying to escape. I see. Lingering numbness is likely your body recovering from the shock. Otherwise, you appear to be unharmed and in full control of your faculties. I owe you an apology, Ash. Once again, I lost control. I've already tended to my brother's wounds. You needn't worry. Alas, as I suspected, my brother yet lacks the strength to control his inner beast. As you may have guessed, I called you both here to see if my fears were unfounded. I did not wish to give you cause to worry, brother. But when the beast stirs, my mind grows clouded and my will falters. Perhaps I remain silent to avoid facing the bitter truth. Who would trust a protector that could turn on them at any moment? It pains me to do this, but I cannot allow you to accompany Ash any longer. The risk is far too great to both of you. Mayhap it is best we continue this conversation in the safety of Camp Bronze Lake. Damn it! Ash, you've grown so much stronger, while I've hardly grown at all. Show Eorzea what it means to be a true warrior. I know you can. How much? Yeah, I don't have enough tomestones to buy anything that would be useful to me. Although I should probably pick up a another bottle of that Radzithan quenching oil, because I think I used the last one and I'm still working on some relics. And the game only lets you carry one at a time. Oh yes, actually there should be something else here. No. In fact, I'll show that off at some other stream. I should have something at the delivery Moogle, but I'll show that off later. A different stream. So my brother has been in a dour mood ever since we returned from the Weeping Saint. Well, this is only natural given his lack of progress. It may be for the best. Teachings of our people are too dangerous for those who lack control. That is why I chose to focus my studies on how to tame the inner beast. For the sake of my brother, I wanted not more than to solve this dilemma. But then fate intervened, and I stumbled upon the tales of Mithril. Mayhap we need not forsake one pursuit for the other, though. Seeking the techniques of Eld, we may discover the reason why you can hold the beast in check so easily, while my brother and I fumble about like children. However, I am still concerned about what you told me before, about your inner beast lashing out during your duel with my brother. Can you tell me of that once more? Simply recalling the duel rouses your inner beast from its slumber? Wait, it all makes sense. Only the flames of animosity may temper a warrior's soul. I came across these words in a passage. Did not understand their meaning until now. Inner beast stirs when we face an opponent who pushes us to surpass our physical and mental limits. Only in that moment can we attain mastery of new techniques. This must be how the heroes of Eld like Mithril became such legends. They traveled the realm, testing their mettle against the fiercest foes they could find. Your path is clear then. You must challenge yourself as they did. You must grow stronger and hone your skills to new heights. The Bare Necessity Guide. The titles of these ones. Oh, cool. Upgrades it to Fell Cleave. So I'll actually be Fell Cleaving now. Moment. It seems your trials have prepared you for the next step down your long path. However, while your progress is truly remarkable, I'm afraid my brother still fears the fury of his inner beast. Even in the training yard, he swings his axe with hesitation. Seeking to test himself against live foes, he has joined the Maelstrom's effort to repel a recent spate of kobold attacks. However, Westgate has sent word that his ferocity on the field of battle is not what it once was. My brother has long admired your will. Test your axe against ever stronger adversaries and master the techniques of Eld. By doing so, serve to inspire him and all who aspire to walk the path of the warrior. Remember the words set forth in the ancient tomes. Seek foes that test the very limits of your mind and body. The heat of battle will awaken the beast within, bestowing upon you the knowledge of our ancestors. Luckily, the path you walk has been tread on before, and you need not wander the land aimlessly. According to the tomes, Mithril Heart once spent a season hunting the hulking grizzly bears that stalk Abelathia's spine, largest of which are said to rival even a behemoth in size. Make your way to Tailfeather, home to many seasoned hunters that know the lay of the land and of the creatures inhabiting it. Find the beasts of Mithril Heart's hunt and test yourself against their razor claws as he did. I can hardly forget the size of the beast I saw that day. I was tracking a chocobo around the 100 throws when I spotted a bear near big as a house, drinking its fill from the waters. I didn't dare get any closer, went home from that day's hunt empty-handed. You're right, fool, if you're thinking of going after one of those massive beasts alone. Let's bring about a dozen friends along if you want to come back in one piece. You got the men, and I've heard of hunting parties using Willem salmon to draw them out. If you head up to the Willem River, you're like to find a few that died during the salmon run. Ask any hunter around here about the grizzlies of Abelathia's spine. They like to tell you the same thing. If you see one, run. Big brown bears might attack me because they are close enough in level. But oh well. That's not too bad. They didn't level sync me, so obviously it's not too bad. Oh, all the way back to Camp Bronze Lake, okay. Hey guys. Ash. Welcome back. My brother and Whisket were just telling me of the Maelstrom's successes in Lenosha. Aye, the kobolds scattered as frightened mice before our wrath. I dare say they'll think twice before setting foot in Laminson soil again. As eager as I am to hear of your journey to Abelathia's Spine, I can't afford to waste any more time away from my training. Kobolds may be licking their wounds for now, but they'll be back, and in greater numbers. Till next we meet. Curious Gorge has acted in high spirits since our return from Limsa. His bravado scarcely hides the truth. What he said was true. Our operation against the kobolds were a resounding success. However, troops that fought alongside him say that Curious George was noticeably shaken during the battle, as if afraid the tide would turn at a moment's notice. But it was not fear of the kobolds that caused his acts to waver. He still fears his own inner beast. As long as this fear has hold of him in battle, there is little hope that he will grow as a warrior. Kobolds become bolder with each passing day, and the Maelstrom's forces are spread too thin. Maelstrom Command is desperately seeking ways to supplement its flagging troops. They're considering bolstering fighting strength by training troops in warrior techniques, so Curious Gorge's capabilities have come under special scrutiny. However, if fear continues to hold him back, I doubt he'll manage to impress anyone. Once again, we are left wanting for a means to tame the inner beast. Was there not learned from your journey to the Dravanian Forelands that could be of aid? Not really. I just killed a bear. And in the same manner as before, the memories of battle have roused the inner beast. So my theory was correct. The key to mastery lies in the heat of conflict. Just as the ancient tomes say, only victory against a worthy opponent can temper the inner beast. Your growth as a warrior has given us valuable insight into the true nature of the inner beast. However, there is still much that remains shrouded in mystery. And there's still the question of what exactly sets Ash apart from your brother. How about the fact that I'm a warrior of light, that I'm untemperable, there's a million things. I'm way too unique of a specimen to base any sort of, speculation on. Indeed, the tools to tame the beast within are hidden somewhere. I just have yet to find them. Continue with your training while I return to the tomes. The solution will present itself soon enough. And now I have Felcleave. Which means now I can just blow through stacks upon stacks of Infuriate over and over, so I can just fell cleave again and again and again and forever. Just fell cleave my enemies constantly. And Intuition. Cool. Damage by 10%, only for 6 seconds, but you get HP back with each weapon skill. Wonder how much, though. Wonder if it's a percentage of the damage you deal or just some flat amount. Because I've seen other skills that are like, oh, you get HP back with every weapon skill you use, and it's not even a percentage of the damage you deal. It's just like a flat amount, which becomes useless. You couldn't have come at a better time. Westgate has just arrived and looks eager to speak with you. Ash. Just the warrior I wanted to see. The nation of Limsa is in dire need of your aid. Maelstrom is short-handed, and the beast tribe's attacks only grow more ferocious. I'm here searching for skilled fighters, and there aren't many more skilled than you. As you know, my brother has already answered the call, helping the Maelstrom defend from the relentless kobold assaults. Kobolds aren't the only thorn in our sides. Pirates serving the Sahagin have been pillaging along the coasts of Lenosha. That's why we need your axe. They may be mere pirates, but their blades cut as deep as any I've seen. Limsa will be grateful to have your prowess on their side. Once you made your preparations, hurry to Aleport. Speak with the storm captain on duty for the details of the mission. I love the music here. Former company hero, huh? Well, that's a new guy. I remember seeing him before. Adventurer, the Maelstrom thanks you for your aid. Band of pirates flying the flag of the Serpent Reavers has landed ashore at the Isles of Umbra. All reports indicate they plan to use that as foothold to attack Aleport. Our walls only defend from inland assaults. I shudder to think of what might happen were the pirates to bombard us with cannons from the sea. Our course of action has been decided. We'll take the fight to them before they have a chance to mount an offensive. Our rendezvous point is at the Isles of Umbra. The pirates shall not weather the wrath of the Maelstrom. So you're the one Westgate sent. He said much of your prowess. Look forward to seeing you in the fray. Pretty sure one of these boat captains will take you straight out to the Isles of Umbra, but why not just fly there? Plus, we can listen to Ravana's song for a while by doing that. Well, not so much, actually. Really didn't take that long to get out to the Isles of Umbra. Good, now that our troops are gathered, We shall move out at once. Our objective is to slay the pirate captain. Without a head to lead them, the Serpent Reavers will scuttle back to their moldy ships. However, the task ahead of us should not be taken lightly. Reports tell of a fearsome beast under the captain's thrall. Take care not to let your guard down, lest you become the beast's next meal. Fight back before we're overwhelmed. That's how you fight back. Pirates attacked as if possessed. I think the 12 Yuraks cut them down. We shall press forward. For Aleport. Wow, they're not doing too good. She said our strength must not falter. Main camp will soon be within our sights. I'll protect the wounded. Give the pirates a taste of your steel. Why don't you guys hang back here and just let me go? Pirates think they have strength in numbers, but a storm captain is worth a dozen of them. We shall leave the wounded to recover here. Come to me. Really? You're just... Like, I get don't take him into battle with you, but you're gonna leave your wounded guy here alone? If we run past any enemies who get by us, he's dead. Yeah, now the storm captain's not doing too good either. Don't let his bloody beast catch you off guard. Stop the Serpent Reavers. Well, if you're else bent on trying, it's been a long time since me pup had a fresh corpses to feast on. There you go. Ass rouses the inner beast. Hey guys. Looks like you both survived. Such fine axemanship I've never seen. However, now is not the time to dally about and all. This place fills me with foreboding. Let us meet again at Aleport. Now that we are safely out of those cursed isles, I'd thank you for your aid once again. Without the courage your fighting spirit bestowed upon us, we would have been overwhelmed. Maelstrom is honored to count you amongst our allies. Captain speaks for us all. Your ferocity inspired us to carry on in the face of the pirate onslaught. What drove you to fight with such fury? Here, I thought that axe was just for killing. Instead, you wielded it in our defense? And your will to protect us gave you the strength to surpass the limits of your mind and body? Seven hells, I've been fighting all wrong. I've seen nary a battle so fierce, or a protector more stalwart. I would like to hear more of our skirmish from your eyes. After you've recovered from the fight, speak to me again. Yeah, I guess that's what people just don't really get. One thing that really sets the Warrior of Light apart from a lot of the other people who are trying to pursue the different classes or jobs. Supposedly the Warrior of Light's always fighting in, like, defense to protect other people rather than their own glory or fame or power or anything like that. They're just fighting to try and protect people. How to train your warrior. It seems our battle with the Serpent Reavers bestowed upon you yet another technique of Eld. My comrades and I as well will not soon forget the ferocity with which you protected our lives this day. I'll return to Maelstrom Command and inform them of our success. I look forward to the day we fight side by side once more. Lessons learned from your example will serve to aid me in countless battles to come. No doubt Westgate and the others are eager to hear back from you. Give that old marauder my regards. Westgate and Curious George is just recovering, I guess? I knew the Serpent Reavers would fall swiftly before your axe. Did you learn aught from the skirmish that might be of aid? Yeah, some new ability. I can't remember. Raw Intuition, I think it was I picked up? Do not expect such feeble opponents to wake the beast from its slumber. It seems your conviction to safeguard your comrades had much the same effect as pitting yourself against the bears of Abalathia's spine. This information may prove to be invaluable. Within your story likely lies the key to overcoming my brother's struggle. Speaking of which, my brother suffered injuries in a clash with the kobolds, and has come here to nurse his wounds as I did. It would please him to see an old friend such as you. Speak with him, for an exchange of battle stories may serve to lift his spirits. Ah, Ash. I'm joyed to see you came through your battle with the pirates unscathed. If only I could say the same. I've been ordered to rest here until the wounds I've suffered in our fight against the kobolds heal. According to the unit's report, the kobolds unleashed a new type of explosive on the Maelstrom troops. Gorge valiantly threw himself upon it before detonation, shielding his allies from the worst of the blast. The new bomb had a destructive force unseen in the kobolds' primitive explosives. That my brother is still standing before us is no small miracle. Truth be told, my wounds are barely severe enough to warrant sending me here. The moment I saw the bomb, I knew I couldn't let my comrades come to harm. I leapt upon it as if by instinct. I remember nothing after that. Ash has a similar story to tell. Serpent Reavers almost overwhelmed the Maelstrom troops, but he remained undaunted in their defense, awakening the inner beast with a ferocity unseen before. You both poured your energy not into defeating your foes, but protecting your allies. Could this be the secret to taming the throes of the beast within? If so, that means, brother, you finally brought your inner beast to heal. What? But I didn't feel the beast taking hold. This theory must needs be tested. Brother, once your wounds have healed, it would serve you best to let go of the worry keeping you from unleashing your full strength. Swing your axe unbridled by fear. But what if I succumb to the beast's call again? My training has only made me stronger. If I lose control, it would be worse than in Wineport. Now is not the time for doubt. Your allies, nay, your friends, will be by your side. They will ensure none are harmed should the worst come to pass. I know your theory demands that I fight without hesitation, but please, I must think on this. We should let Curious Gorge's wounds heal before we demand anything more from him. Rest well, my friend. We'll return before long. There's more I would speak with you about. Pray visit me when you are ready. Is that... yeah. Because it's 7 o'clock now, so they're like, remember, there's maintenance coming. In the chat. To rouse the inner beast with fierce battle and tame it by resolving to fiercely defend your allies. This theory could serve us better than aimlessly scouring the ancient tomes. My brother still fears the consequences should he lose control. If indeed his fears should come to pass, you must be ready to stop him, as you have before. Prepare your axe for our next battle. Slap and chop. Ah, equilibrium, nice. I can see the power in your stride. Feel the inner beast raging within you. You will need such strength for your next trial is at hand. Westcott and my brother are here looking for more fighters to supplement the undermanned Maelstrom troops in a new operation, and they've asked for you by name. Seek them out if you wish to raise your axe once more against the beast tribes. Ash, brother. Maelstrom is once again in need of support, is it not? Pray tell us what it is they require. Very well. Now that everyone's here, scouts have reported increased activity among the kobolds. 179th Order seems to be producing explosives day and night in preparation for an all-out assault. From all indications, they aim to attack this very camp. Maelstrom's strategy is to intercept the bombs near Zelma's Run. Camp Bronze Lake is a haven for wounded soldiers, and its defense is one of our top priorities. If we had 2 legendary warriors by our side, our success would be all but assured. Zelma's Run is barely wide enough for 1 cart to ride abreast. If I were to lose control, none would be able to escape the beast's wrath. On the contrary, brother, this battle will give you the chance to once again assert your dominance over the beast within. This is what you spoke of earlier, is it not? To tame the inner beast by devoting yourself to the defense of your allies. Brother, if my theory turns out to be true, then control is within your grasp. As long as Ash is at your back, there is naught to fear. Yeah, if you lose control, I'll just beat you up again. Will you run away again? You know that the path you wish to walk, the path of the warrior, does not lie down that road. Say no more. Please leave me to my thoughts. Well, we've not much time for hesitation. The storm captain awaits near Zelma's Run and will be departing shortly. Ash, if you decide to join the fight, pray tell Curious Gorge. If anyone can rouse him from his slump, it's you. One thing I kind of love most about doing the warrior questline is that, like, every single member of the warrior questline is a gargantuan, like, Rogadin towering monstrosity And here I am, like, very, very short for a cat boy. Again, I don't remember if I made him the smallest you can possibly make a cat boy, but I definitely made him, like, on the lower end. So I'm this teeny tiny little guy with this big giant axe, and here's all these huge guys around me. My apologies for causing worry. My brother is right. It's up to me to walk the path of might. I know that, but still I cower before the beast within. A true warrior faces his fears. Axe in hand, right? Go on, remind me what it's like to scoff at my enemy's feeble blows. Awaken your inner beast and slap the fear right out of me. Actually, I can kind of do that for you. God damn, what a blow. That's the stuff warriors are made of. Thank you. I'll dominate the beast within, and our axes will stand indomitable against those bloody kobolds. Our enemies will feel the full force of my fury. We'll not step one ilm into this camp. Come, we mustn't keep the storm captain waiting. Hey, everybody. Couple of privates, and then Gorge, and the captain and me. Ash, that both you and Curious Gorge will be aiding us brings me comfort. Camp Bronze Lake could not ask for a more stalwart defense. Our strategy is to intercept the kobolds at 2 separate locations in Zelma's Run. We'll split into 2 groups, with 1 warrior protecting each one. We'll be dispatched to the eastern side. Nary a single kobold will make it through with your fury alongside us. Curious Gorge, we'll be in charge of the western side's defense. I've seen you crush kobolds under your axe before. Today shall be no different. Once the 179th Order have run home with their tails between their legs, we will rendezvous to the north. May your axes strike true. Dismissed. You good there, little guy? God damn it, I walked right into their ambush. Oh, there's my inner beast going. Come on, buddy, get up. That was too bloody close. Good thing the kobolds didn't count on you showing up. Looks like the eastern side is clear. Curious Gorge and the others may need our help. Hurry, Ash. See how they're doing. How you doing, Gorge? My apologies. It seems the kobolds couldn't wait for you. Camp Bronze Lake has not to fear from the 179th Order anymore. Curious Gorge's axe was like a whirlwind. Strewing the kobolds in every which direction. Jesus, dude. His courage carried us all through the battle unharmed. Without these 2 warriors on our side, I've no doubt the kobolds would have overwhelmed us. I'll be submitting a detailed report of your heroism to Westgate and Maelstrom Command. You've all fought bravely today. Let's return home for a well-deserved rest. Considering we're about 20 feet from Camp Bronze Lake, let's go. I can scarce remember the last time I fought as I did today. Swung my axe with abandon, but I was free from the inner beast's grasp. Just as my brother said, by pouring my strength into the defense of my allies, the beast within was tamed. However, kobolds are hardly a true test of one's prowess. If the fight had been against a more worthy foe, or if the circumstances had been more dire. Although today's battle was heartening, it's too early to say I've subdued the beast. I'll return to Camp Bronze Lake to rest. Let my brother know of our victory here. It seems your victory was well earned. What of my brother? Was he able to fight without succumbing to his fury? So even with today's victory, he yet dreads the consequences were he to lose control. Still, it is only through the strength of his own will that he may dispel the fog of self-doubt. Unfortunately, the beast tribes won't wait for Curious Gorge's epiphany. Storm Marshal Slafferson has sent word that he requires a warrior's strength to aid in another Maelstrom defensive. As you already know, kobolds aren't the only nuisances we have to contend with. Sahagin have taken advantage of the distraction caused by our focus on the kobolds to launch an offensive against the Tide Gates. With a bulk of Maelstrom forces tied up near with the kobold threat, we can ill afford to send any men to defend the gate near Camp Skull Valley, leaving us wide open to the Sahagin threat. If the strength of a warrior were to see the people of Limsa safely through this storm, then mayhap the glory of our ancestors would be restored, and all across Eorzea would know of us as guardians instead of brutes. However, it saddens me to say we cannot depend on my brother to be ready to shoulder such a weight. When the time comes, you must needs be ready to take on the task alone. In the meantime, tell me of your battle at Zelma's Run. Recall the ferocity with which you fought and lose yourself in the memories of your fight. As before, your inner beast is roused, and another technique of Eld is at your disposal. Your progress is encouraging. Continue on this path, continue to challenge the limits of your mind and body, and victory in the battles to come is assured. And now I can heal myself, with another method, a straight-up healing ability. Past battles rouses your inner beast, resonating with the runes. Those things, like, never stay around long enough for me to actually read them. Oh well. Actually. Nope. Doesn't work. Hello, level 60. Decimate to all nearby enemies. Okay, that's Steel Cyclone upgrading to Decimate. Makes sense. Sahagin forces have begun marching upon the Tide Gates. The time has come for the decisive battle, on which the fate of all Laminsans hangs in the balance. My brother still wrestles with his tenuous grasp on the inner beast. This crisis will not wait for him. Successful defense of the Tide Gates depends on 2 warriors being present. Shall not stand idly by either. I will lend what meager aid I can with my healing magics. If your heart is steeled for battle, let us meet my brother outside. You're here at last. Is my brother ready to depart? My preparations are complete, ready to lay down my life in Limsa defense. As are we all. Most recent reports tell that the Sahagin plan to use their massive sea beasts to overrun the tide gates. Us four will be in charge of defending the southern tide gate. With 2 warriors by our side, we'll beat those slimy fishbacks into the muddy depths from whence they came. You're fighting 2? But what of your wounds? And you said 2 warriors. Aye. It's true the injuries from our fight with Titan remain, but I reckon the Sahagin's courage won't last for long. As for the warriors, well, we've got 2 right here, don't we? Worry not, Westgate. Sahagin will rue the day they stood before our might. Alright then. Let's head to Camp Skull Valley. Sahagin won't soon forget this battle. Fate of Limsa. I desire nothing more than to see everyone safely through this battle. But the beast within takes me within its clutches again. You know what to do. Gather your strength and drive the fear from me with a mighty slap. It's time to put that training to work. That's the stuff, Ash. I'll be feeling that in the morning. Come hells or high water, tide gates will not fall. We'll show the Sahagin the iron will of the warrior. Let's report to Commander Falkbreda at once. This operation depends on the successful defense of both tide gates. You four will see to the southern, while another unit attends to the northern. Although you are few in number, it would be foolish to expect anything but greatness from such storied fighters. All in charge of defending the southern tide gate are here. Let us not waste any more time. Not so fast, Westgate. You don't think I'd let you take all the glory, do you? Storm Marshal Einzar, you plan to fight alongside us? There's naught I could say to stop him. Once he has a mind to do something, there's very little that can... My sense of duty will scarce allow you four to bear the weight of Limsa's fate on your own. My axe will be the first to greet the Sahagin wave. What's more, I'd like to see the strength of these 2 warriors with mine own eyes. Something tells me this will be a fight to be remembered. Sword Marshal, it will be an honor to fight by your side. Our axes will see the people of Limsa safely through the storm. Brave defenders, this day the Sahagin will need to descend upon us like a tidal wave. You will stand strong. You will not allow the fishbacks a single ilm of land, nor will you give them any quarter. Our fate awaits us at Half Stone, To the Tide Gate. There we go. One tiny little cat and 4 giant rogues. Valiant protectors of Limsa Laminsa, this day the Sahagin mean to make an end of us. They will come shrieking like the gale, descend upon us with the force of a tidal wave. But will we falter? No. We will stand strong, unwavering until the tide recedes, stained by the blood of their dead. Fishback's broken corpses is bait. Just gotta get all their attention. How's that? Where's the big boss? This is my level 60. Come on, buddy. The beast has been tamed. Ashran, friends, brother, thank you. My axe remains steadfast. Friends, stand at my back. My inner beast shall protect you. Ah, the fishbacks have brought more pets to be crushed under the warrior's heels. Ash, brother, imbue your axes with your inner fury. Show the world a warrior's true strength. Go forward, undaunted warriors. Smash these invaders till naught remains but fodder for the gulls. Oh wow, yep. Raw intuition definitely restores a fraction of the damage you deal back to you. It's definitely not a set amount, that's for sure. Yeah, I can definitely see all those people talking about like level 90 warrior just doesn't even need a healer to help them. I can see that. I mean, I've gone through this entire battle. I haven't even had to use my equilibrium once. I've just been using like raw intuition, thrill of battle a little bit. That's about all. And that's kept me going the whole time. I heard the inner Furies spawning again. I thought he had his inner beast under control, so why were they spawning? Warrior of Light, Curious Gorge, the battle is won, and the Sahagins scurry back to their moldy caverns. Huzzah! Today's victory is owed to the might of our two warriors. Without you, we would not be standing here. Curious Gorge, wear the title of warrior with pride. I couldn't have made it this far alone. It was only thanks to the bravery of my allies that I was able to dominate the beast within. The day will soon come when, with proper training and instruction, all the peoples of Eorzea can choose to walk the path of the warrior. Speaking of which, with the Sahagin threat dealt with, the Maelstrom can proceed with its plan to train its troops in the ways of the warrior. And who can better to train them than the two siblings who brought their teachings to Eorzea in the first place? Curious Gorge, Broken Mountain, I invite you to instruct the Maelstrom troops in the ways of your ancestors. Forge our troops into mighty defenders worthy of their title. Many moons have passed since we came down from the mountain village, and finally we can begin to realize our dream. This is an honor. My brother and I will gladly accept this appointment. Mayhap now you're the one who needs to start training harder. Dare say you're right. He has some proper competition. We'll both fight where we're needed, unbound by fear or hesitation, and in doing so, master the techniques of Eld. Look forward to the day we both reach the peak of our strengths, for then you'll face an opponent worthy of your axe. Me. Yeah, I got that, buddy. I am the warrior. Mithril Heart. Huh. Pretty good one. The Ravager armor, huh? What the? Jesus. Yeah. I like some of the aesthetic choices it's making. The fur, the leather, stuff like that. I still hate the armor, though. I still hate it. I'm not even going to put this one in my glamour dresser. I really just don't like armor like that. That big, giant, clunky garbage armor. None of this is, yeah, none of that's stronger than the Shire gear. Alright. Let's pop in. To drop off some of my stuff. I'm pretty sure you can pick up replicas of all the artifact armor from someone. I can't remember who it was. Was it like the Calamity Salvager or Recompense Officer or whatever, I think? I believe sells copies of like all the story important armor sets or whatever. Wait. No, they won't. They won't be able to. Yeah, I didn't think so. Which is real stupid. They should be able to. And then bye-bye, Ravager set. Alright. But you look at that, the entire time of the stream ends up being almost exactly 3 hours. Like 30 seconds more by the time I'm done with the outro. Right, it'll have been 3 hours. That was pretty much perfect. So that's where we're going to end it today. Managed to get through the Paladin and Warrior Heavensward quests. So next time I stream... Maybe I should go back into the MSQ. No, not yet. Maybe I could. No, I'll hold off on that for now. Maybe I could do a stream of, like, running some of the relic weapons. Just spending the whole time trying to run a relic weapon up or something. It can get kind of boring doing that, though. But maybe that'll be interesting enough. I still want to run through some of the dungeons and trials and stuff I unlocked previously. I have like Pharaoh Sirius Hard, and I have the Minstrel's Ballad version of Nidhogg. That could be interesting. If I try to do the Minstrel's Ballad version of Nidhogg, like synced with Party Finder or something, that could be an interesting challenge. You know what, I might do that. Next time I stream, and my friends are around and I'm playing with them, again, I'll move on to the raid, the Sky Pirate stuff. But if not, then I think I'll dedicate a day to doing kind of like side content stuff. I think I'll run Pharaoh Sirius Hard. I'll probably try and do like a Party Finder synced version of Minstrel's Ballad with Nidhogg's Rage. And depending on if that takes a long time and we fail a lot and have to learn a lot and all that sort of stuff, that could take up most of the next stream. And if we end up doing it in like one go instantly, because someone knows it well enough and we just get through it automatically, then I will probably move on to running some of the relic weapon stuff, because I'm still working on a few of the relic weapons. I still need to finish the monk's relic weapon for ARR, because I'm about halfway through that one. And then I think I still need to do the warrior's weapon, and there are others as well, but the warrior's weapon is one that I already have the weapon melded with the materia that I need for the quest, so I can just jump in and get right into that and just start doing all of its tasks. So I'll probably do that. Yeah. Next time I'm streaming, if I'm solo, I'll run a dungeon, run Minstrel's Ballad, Nidhogg's Rage, and depending on how long that takes, I'll also do some relic stuff for Realm Reborn. But if my friends are around, I'll probably get back into the Sky Pirate raids. And that will be... I honestly don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. I might stream tomorrow. Anyway, as I've said before, whenever I do stream, I always put a message out on Twitter as well as on our Discord when I go live and what I'm planning to do that day. So if you are interested in keeping up with that stuff, then, you know, follow me on Twitter or join the Discord server and you'll get that information every time I go live. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys, and I will see you next time. Later.